The wounded heart and the dying swan were side by side where the rushes coil with the turn of the tide, the heart and the swan. As much as in 100 years, she's dead, yet is today the day on which she died. I saw the Sibyl at Coombe, one said, with mine own eye. She hung in a cage, and read her rune to all the passers-by. Said the boys, "What wouldst thou, Sibyl?" She answered, "I would die. As balmy as the breath of her you love when deep between her breasts it comes to you." Was it a friend or a foe that spread these lies? Nay, who but infants question in such wise? 'Twas one of my most intimate enemies. If I could die like the British Queen who faced the Roman war, or hang in a cage for my country's sake like Black Bess of Dunbar. She bound her green sleeve on my helm, sweet pledge of love's sweet mead, warm was her bared arm round my neck as well she bade me speed, and her kiss clings still between my lips, heart's beat and strength at need. Where is the man whose soul has never waked to sudden pity of the poor torn past? At her step the water hen springs from her nook, and skimming the clear stream, ripples its waters in a sinuous curve, and dives again in safety. Would God I knew there were a God to thank when thanks rise in me. I shut myself in with my soul, and the shapes come eddying forth. I hate says over and above, this is a soul that I might love. None lightly says my friend, even so be jealous of that name my foe. An enemy for an enemy, but dogs for what a dog can be. Hold those at heart, and time shall prove. Do still thy best, albeit the clue be snapped of that thou strovest to. Do still thy best, though direful hate should toil to leave thee desolate. Do still thy best whom fate would damn. Say such as I was made I am, and did even such as I could do. Anomalies against all rules acknowledge, though beyond the schools, those passionate states when to know true something, and to believe, are two, and that extraordinary sect whom no amount of intellect can save, alas, from being fools. The bitter stage of life where friend and foe are parts alternated, the winter garden beds all bare, save only where the red breast lingering there brings back one flower-like gleam mid the dark mold. Who shall say what is said in me, with all that I might have been dead in me? Who knoweth not love's sounds and silences, where the poets all echoes of singing nature list her call, even as the dreariest swamps, in sweet springtide, are most with merry flowers beatified, or reading in some sunny nook where grass blade shadows fall across your book. We'll shake hands, though scarce for love, we two, but I hate hatred worse than I hate you, and heavenly things in your eyes have place, those breaks of sky in the twilight face. Though all the rest go by ditties and dirges of the unanswering sky, what face but thine has taught me all that art can be, and still be nature's counterpart, the zodiac of all beauty, with furnaces of instant flame, and petals of pure light and love and faith, the vehement heart of all. For this can love, and does love, and loves me. Or for this can love, and does, and loves but me, the forehead veiled and the veiled throat of death. Thou that beyond thy real self dost see a self-ideal, bid thy heart beware and plaintive days that haunt the haggard hills with bleak unspoken woe. To know for certain that we do not know is the first step in knowledge. Think through this silence how when we're old we too shall think upon this place and day. A gnat stings prickly at first, but the pain soon dies away. A gnat stings worse the next day, but a wasp 'tis stings the worst in mad revulsion of the tarnished light. His face, in fortune's favors sunned, was radiantly rubicund. The glass stands empty of all things it knew. O thou whose name, being alone, aloud I utter oft, and though thou art not there, toward thine image presence kiss the air. I saw the love which was my life flow past 'twixt shadowed reaches, like a murmuring stream. I was awake, and lo, it was a dream. Or give 10 years of life's most bitter wane to see the loved one as she was again, and of the cup of human agony enough to fill the sea. Even as the moon grows clearer on the sky while the sky darkens, and her Venus star thrills with a keener radiance from afar, the imperial cloak paludamentum, imperatorial car, and purple-dyed paludament of war for the garlands of heaven were all laid by, and the daylight sucked at the breasts of a lie within those eyes the sedulous yearning throw, and all the evil of my heart 8,000 times forgotten. If you had been lost for many years, and from the dead today were risen again fashioned with intricate infinity. Dear one, we were young so long I thought that youth would never wane. Dear one, I've been old so long, How long until we meet again, the tombless fossil of deep-buried days, and mid the budding branches sway our antlers met in battle play when our fedlocks felt the spring. In galliard gardens of strange Aventine, or sway of tidal night when we are senseless grown, to make stones speak. Or, stamped with the snake's coil, it be the imperial image of eternity could Geats but have a day or two on earth once every year. Ah lads, I knew your father. What wide world of meaning in those words! They mean that he, being gone before, has known that mystery from living Plato and Socrates fast furled this little day. A bird that flew to me has swiftly flown out of my hand again. Ah, have I listened to its fugitive strain for what its tidings of the sky may be? No ship came near, aloof with heed they tacked, as still as death, for round our walls the sea was dense with reefs whose sharp circumference was the great stronghold's sure defense. And plaintive days that haunt the haggard hills with bleak unspoken woe, inexplicable blight and mad revulsion of the tarnished light. Et le larme, calmless ang, grisant suki le fond cole pro host hostum, canes pro cannabis aferial focae tuliti in por di, car jane templas, ma mia del mariel sus sur sonaro.